documenting the front lines of the AI revolution, the AI Rebels podcast.
Hey.
Hi. Excited to be on. We can wait for Spencer to join.
Yeah. So hey all, we're gonna do some AI talks regarding mainly content creation. I guess a little bit of my journey. We probably don't know, but guys here from AI Rebels podcast do podcasts on AI. So if you like watching podcasts about anything AI related, you should definitely go and watch them.
Yeah, definitely. We'd love to have anybody give us a follow. We interview a lot of particularly AI founders who have founded different companies, but we, as our name suggests, AI Rebels, we love to highlight all the AI rebels that are really helping fuel the AI revolution. There's so much going on, and we love to highlight that. Renee, looks like Spencer just asked if you could resend him that invite.
I just accepted, and he should be here. Hey,
Perfect. There he is. And yeah, so we're the co-hosts of the AI Rebels podcast. I'm based in Boston in the United States, and Spencer's in Utah near Salt Lake City, if anyone's been there before.
Yeah. Hi from Slovakia.
We're covering the world here.
Yeah, international coalition.
Exactly. Renee, we'd love to just kick things off, getting a little bit of your background on, obviously AI trends is growing very quickly, and we'd love to hear your background on AI. What got you into the AI space?
All right. I think I'll start with my background before AI. So I was a content creator before that, even for years. I was focused on writing blogs mainly. So I was a blogger. I was working in the finance world. So I was doing posts, for social media and blogs. I reach out to influencers to work with them, but it was in the finance space mainly. And I also got some clients in the past in the marketing sphere, I would say, marketing space. And then, well, when AI came, I was just shocked, like everybody, like what it can do. So I started testing and trying. And then I was like, I'm gonna, try to pivot here because I was a full-time content creator, like a job, full-time job. And then, well, while doing that, I was trying to do being a content creator as regarding crypto, and that didn't work out for me. So I failed like multiple times, but then with AI, I had another try, and it just kicked off right after like 2 months. I think I had like 10 videos, and then one went off, and then it's just happened on a regular basis, I would say. So, I started as an amateur, and I just kept getting better, like 1% every day, and here I am now over 60K on Instagram, and I'm also trying to grow other social channels as well with Threads over 8K, and YouTube and all of the other social media.
That's awesome. I'd be curious to hear, have you used any AI tools in your growth, or in your content, even like building it, making it, etc.?
Hell yeah. For now, I have an editor mainly, like for my editing for the videos, but I use AI mainly in automation, I would say. ManyChat, many people know about this tool. So I have at least 100 comments every single day. And when some content is even more viral, it's even more. So this helps me automate some kind of, content creation. But mainly, as everybody, I would say, I use it to rewrite content like all the time. Phrase something, write me an email, newsletter, partially, mostly, because you still need that little human touch, to make it better.
Right.
Yeah, but I would say ManyChat. I use Beehive like for my newsletter, where I have some automations, like for the email course that I have, a free email course. So it's automated. And then I'm trying to use more Pika right now. You're probably not Pika, right?
Yeah, Pika,
Yeah.
Luma, I love those. I do a lot of stuff with the video generation models. Mostly just making like funny videos to post on Twitter. I haven't done anything serious with it yet, but those are a lot of fun to play with. And
Yeah.
I think people are going to be shocked when the video models start to go, viral and start to go more mainstream. I think people are going to be kind of taken aback by it. I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
wild.
So yeah, you can generate any video, but what Pika has, these special effects, I see other creators use it very often right now. Like
Yeah.
I'm not sure you know, but there's a creator. His nickname is Adam Go Digital. I think he has 1.2 million followers,
Yeah.
and he's using
Yeah.
it in a lot of videos. Like
Hmm.
this AI tool will blow your mind, and then he's using the effect where he blows basically. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
this is what I want to start using more and more, because the hooks are like it's hard to get the person stop and watch your video. So
Yeah.
like I really want to do my extra work there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm curious, Renee, with your followers, what have you seen? What are people like? Why are people following you? What are they interested in? Why? Obviously, your niche, your AI trends, right? What are people looking for?
I think it's mostly just tips, like how to save time, how to be more productive, and how to make money online. These are the main topics, I think, and what really works for me, at least, is just doing AI lists of several categories of AI tools that I list. These are single
Mm-hmm.
posts. Then I do carousels, for example, for free NVIDIA courses I've done, and any other free courses. People just love free stuff. So this is what works, and this is like what everybody loves, right? For free. And another thing is definitely the reels. Like sometimes I have 10K views, but some blow up and they have 400,000 views. And it's also just tips mainly, like for the tools that are new, that are trending. It's a mix of several things, I would say.
Hmm. I'd be
Yeah.
curious. How often do you get comments that are hostile or negative about AI?
I'm not sure what you mean specifically.
Like, do you ever get people coming into your videos and leaving comments about, it's like, oh, AI is gonna destroy the world, things like that?
Oh yeah, it's like from the start it was happening often, but now it's
Hmm.
happening less and less, I would say.
Hmm.
From the start it was crazy, like people were arguing to one to another, but they don't realize like we're still in the stage of early AI.
Right.
Like it's only tools that can do anything if you don't give it like input. It's
Right.
still artificial narrow intelligence, which is the basic level. And then we have
Right.
like the artificial general intelligence and artificial super intelligence, and it can be like a few years ahead, but still we're not there yet. So I don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
there's nothing to be afraid of so far.
Yeah. I would agree with that assessment. And it's also been interesting because I anecdotally have noticed a very similar thing to you, which is, 6, 8 months ago when I saw a video about AI on TikTok or YouTube, probably about 50% of the comments would be extremely negative of like, oh, like this is, what are we doing? You know, this is destroying artists' livelihoods, etc. Right? But it's interesting because I feel like I've seen a shift more recently, and perhaps it's because a lot of the deeper, kind of more beneficial uses of AI are starting to really kind of show fruit. But I'm seeing a lot more positivity now in comment sections where, you see a lot more comments like, oh, this is what AI is supposed to be built for. which gives me a lot of confidence for the future. So that's one concern that I see in the AI space for a lot of people is, how are people going to react to this? How do we get the general public to understand that, yes, it's a big change, but it's a really cool one too,
Yeah.
So I'd be
Totally.
curious to hear your thoughts on if you if there's ever been like a particular viewer or something like that that has commented like, hey, you changed my mind. Do you think when you're creating your content at all, do you put any thought towards, how do I make this palatable to people who don't like it?
Hmm. Not really. I just focus like on the folks that just want the stuff that I write about, talk about, and mostly, I mean, most of my comments are people who are commenting to get some, well, basically to get a reply from me in their DM, the link of anything that I'm, promoting there. So this is like most of my comments, but other comments that I notice, which is like a few percent, is just people commenting either AI comments, like, AI generated, like, this is fascinating, AI stuff, blah, 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 or simple emojis, like, super nice, but I didn't really see, like, huge, like, praise, like, this is so awesome, so, but, still, people watch it, and they even
people asking for the tools, I think is a little bit of a testament in of itself of they're at least interested in trying this out. I'm just really fascinated what kind of like the adoption curve for AI technology will end up looking like, because I kind of feel like we're going to hit a bit of a plateau where the people who are, it's going to kind of saturate the market of people who are interested in AI tools, and then and then eventually we're going to grow past that. But
it's like a short lifespan. Several tools have short lifespan. I feel like that, and there's always something new, something better. So it feels like it looks like it's tough for the companies that have these AI tools. They really need to work hard to be profitable.
It's evolving so fast. We're very much in the exploratory stage of AI. We're just discovering every single day a new use for it. And as we talk to so many different guests and founders, we're continually amazed at the application of AI. We talked to one man who helped found a company, and they're using artificial intelligence to deal with men's health, sexual health, and they're identifying diseases and all these different things using AI. And the week before, we talked to someone who's using AI to calculate tariffs, for importation of goods, and it's just all over the map.
And fill out the tariff forms, like it's.
Yeah,
there's a huge potential, like almost in every industry, but well, I'm not an expert like in all areas, but I really want to see like AI cure cancer and all this stuff.
Right.
But
and I think the sooner people can accept it, because it's not, we talk about it, it's kind of like Pandora's box. Like, it's open, it's not going anywhere, can't do anything about it now. The only thing we can do now is channel it, right? Like, better to not put your head in the sand, and better to figure out how to use this in your life to increase your reach and capabilities.
And I think that, building off of what you're saying, Jake, I think that's a common mistake that people make that I see is, there'll be a video that's made of like, hey, this is the new image creation AI model from Midjourney, Midjourney 6 or whatever. And you get people in the comments like, oh, we shouldn't use AI to enhance creativity. We should make it do our chores. And I don't think that people understand that you can't have one without the other. The whole idea of like creating AI is like, a general intelligence algorithm. Like, you cannot create a general intelligence algorithm that can, clean a bathroom but can't paint a picture. Like, you got to have both. And both of those we found, reinforce each other in different ways. And we find that in human brains as well, right? It's like, like the greater variety of our training data the greater variety of tasks our brain can do.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that eventually people start picking up on the fact that, like, in order for a algorithm to understand what cancer looks like in the human lung, it also needs to be able to generate those types of pictures, at least in the generative model of AI. There are other forms of AI, but we're focused on generative since that's, kind of the what's in
Yeah.
vogue.
But there's actually
Yeah.
a robot that can clean your bathroom. I've seen the videos. Even I
Yeah,
think it was
exactly.
even
That's
last
the other
year.
thing is like,
I'm gonna
yeah,
buy
like,
that
and
one. I'm gonna buy that one.
like Tesla's got that, like, the Optimus bot or whatever that, they faked being completely autonomous at their most recent event, but eventually will presumably be completely autonomous. And it looks like it's got some pretty impressive robotics to it, at least. And that's
Yeah.
crazy. We're headed for a very,
Yeah.
Yeah.
very
Renee,
weird world.
yeah, it's wild. Renee, I'm curious, obviously you have a wide breadth. You see all kinds of tools. You're looking at stuff all the time. Is there a trend that you're excited about in AI? I know it's a broad question, but is there something you're seeing in AI that you're really excited about?
Oh yeah. I'm very looking forward to, like, it's gonna be a crazy era soon, I think. But I think AI music is an upcoming trend in 2025, because for now the tools can make music like full song with all the instruments, drums, bass, guitar, singer, but it still like sounds like it's AI generated. But we've seen the improvements of AI videos from 2022 until 2024, and it's been crazy. So if the same thing happens next year or 2026, the latest, AI music will be crazy good, like
Mm-hmm.
really good. And another thing I'm really excited about is AI. I mean, some TV series or short films, like animated, it's gonna be very colorful, abstract, fun, creative. So I'm very much looking forward into that. These are like kind
Yeah.
of artistic, fun things, I would say. And the third one, I would say, I'm not sure how to call it, but it's probably just another era of productivity tools. Like, well, ChatGPT can write a text for you and create like you have to go step by step. But eventually there will be, or there already are, applications that can do several steps at the same time. For example, even I am building a tool like this with one developer. Our aim is to basically create content from links. So you insert an Instagram reel and you recreate it into several content formats like instantaneously, like into LinkedIn post, Twitter thread, blog, Facebook post, whatever, So like there are several actions happening at the same time, and you don't have to, if you were to recreate it manually, it will take much longer because you would have to download the Instagram reel, get the transcript, then ask ChatGPT to rewrite it into one format, then another, and imagine like you can do all this stuff at the same time. So like now the productivity is crazy high. I think with AI tools, they save me hours and hours every day, like with everyone. And then you will have tools like this or even AI agents. I don't know much about them, but I know it's getting more and more popular, and basically they also do like more stuff for you autonomously and
Yeah.
like more tasks at the same time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Quick note on music. You're absolutely right. Next year is going to be pretty crazy on that front. I'm in a group chat with a number of people who are working on the stable audio and Suno and Udio, and they've all got some pretty crazy stuff. Like, I can't say too much, but they've got some pretty crazy stuff cooking.
But I know these
So
tools, so I can
yeah.
imagine, yeah.
So everyone who's listening, like, keep an eye out for that. It's gonna be wild.
Yeah, like imagine, like I would like to add something to this because this is like really revolutionary. So for the last hundreds of years, you had bands or just people where, do you had to know music to create music. Now
Yeah.
it's gonna be just someone behind a computer prompting, and with good prompts, he's gonna create amazing songs. And I don't know what everything is possible here, but
There
imagine you have like
is
1 million
there is
Spotify listeners, and you don't even know how
Mhm.
to play guitar. You just know how to prompt, and you were lucky to, become popular.
there
Yeah.
is
Concerts
a
will be a
artist
guy
on
up there just typing.
there's an artist on Spotify, and I won't tell you his name because I have been sworn to secrecy. There's an artist on Spotify who only publishes AI generated Playboy Cardi covers.
Oh,
He has like 3 million viewers, 3 million listeners a month, something like that.
Wow.
oh,
It's
damn.
insane. This is
Oh,
already happening. People don't realize it, but it's already happening. Um, uh,
Yeah.
send it to me,
Bad news
please.
for EDM art. I will. Yeah, I'll go find it later and send it to you. But yeah, like bad news for EDM fans too. Like pretty much every EDM artist
Oh
is,
yeah.
is using this stuff in the background, and not telling you
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's
because
also
it's incredible
it's funny how
technology.
long it has been used. Like, I mean, it's been used a surprisingly long time. It's just getting better, and it's being used in more areas of music. And I think that's a theme we've seen a lot is people are I didn't even realize how long AI has been around and how long it's been integrated into so many different industries. They just didn't call it AI. We just talked to a guy who said, "Oh, we've used we've been developing AI forever. We just didn't call it that because it was people were scared. But now it's this cool buzzword and they're like, "Yeah, yeah, we do AI. It's all about AI." But people have been building these machine learning models and machine learning tools and these different areas for a long time. It's just now it's finally got its right name.
True.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I think
So,
that another thing that a lot of people don't understand, who do not pay close attention to this field, is that, as Jake noted, like we've been building these algorithms for a long time. Um, and there's some people who I've seen express the thought of like, why did we go after this, particular AI format, right? With the transformer models, with GPT and the chat models. And the answer is we had the theory for developing these models way back in like the 60s or 70s. I don't remember which. The original paper comes from then. And then there was another paper that was released in 2017 that was like, hey, we have the computation power to do this now. Here's a format for doing it. And so this has been decades in the making. Like this was kind of like the original vision of a lot of early computer scientists. Um, and so it's incredible to see it kind of all come to fruition.
yeah.
It's mind-boggling.
Isn't it amazing? Like people have been working decades for this, and now people can just start film a video, go viral, and make a living out of this.
Yeah, exactly. You see people making AI generated Instagram models and making thousands of dollars a month off of them. Like that's
Yeah.
not my favorite use of AI, but it's making them money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OnlyFans girl,
Yeah.
watch out. It's
Man,
true.
it's a
Seriously.
weird world.
It's wild.
Well,
I see one one question that I saw in the chat from somebody, which we actually get all the time, which makes sense. And I'm curious, Renee, how you respond to this because I bet you get this question a lot. Is AI going to take everybody's jobs? Is everybody going to be out of a job because a robot's going to do it? How do you respond to that question when you get it?
um, I think no. It's just slowly like the jobs are gonna slowly disappear, but at the same time there are new jobs created. So I mean, so far it hasn't come to that. I think mainly robots will be able to take our jobs, you know, not
Mm-hmm.
just these simple AI tools, but mainly robots. But those who are afraid, I would just focus on having skills that are valuable in the jobs market, because simple jobs I can't really describe that. Just doing something with your hands or something administrative work that's just not gonna have value in the future, and it will be automated. So I would just focus on creating some valuable skill.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And the thing that I feel like Jake and I have heard from a lot of the founders that we've interviewed is that interpersonal skills are going to become more important than ever. Because AI can help in that way, but like, it's like AI is not a replacement for genuine charisma and genuine connection to people.
Yeah.
And so those with really good communication skills, I think, are going to find themselves in high demand. Because so much of the work of the future is going to be coordination. It already is, right? Like, so much work is coordination, but I think it's going to be even more because, it's going to be, I go talk to Susan in marketing and I'm like, hey, we need you need to get your agent swarm working on our Red Bull campaign, right? Rather than like, hey, Susan, you need to go get working on the Red Bull campaign. And it's going to be a lot of high level coordination.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, it's gonna be crazy, but just try to get better in some space. But especially like marketing and sales, like partially, it's always like partially it can be automated, but not the whole thing. You won't get a content creator like me, like doing everything that I do. It's just too complex, I think.
Do you want to hear my craziest opinion about jobs of the future?
Go
I
ahead.
think that there will be content creators and influencers that cater specifically to AI bots. Because soon enough, there's going to end up being a lot of AI bots online. And we can get into a whole discussion about how positive or negative that is. But I'm not interested in that discussion right now. What I'm interested in is like, what are the downstream effects of that on internet culture? And I think that the number one thing that it's going to happen is like there are going to be people who specialize in making memes for large language models. I'm already seeing some weirdos on Twitter do it, and it's like if you pay attention to where the weirdos are going, like it's and I use that term lovingly, to be clear, like I'm not trying to insult anybody here, but like if you pay attention to the people who are weirdos about what they love and where they're going, that usually gives you a good feel for what the future might bring. And
Yeah,
AI likes to be
unfortunately.
entertained just like at us. So, like for
Unfortunately, like,
example,
yeah.
sorry, let me just get this one last thing off of my soapbox here. Like for example, recently Claude released a computer use API that allows Claude, their AI model, to use your computer. And in one of the tests that they ran with it, it was a coding test, and it was supposed to accomplish some coding task. I don't remember exactly what it was, but halfway through, it got distracted and just started looking at pictures of Yellowstone. So, to some degree, these AI models are just like us. Like, they're interested in looking at pictures of cute bears.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
I've seen it. I didn't see it all, but I know this happened. Like, it's possible that it controls basically the computer, and yeah, but
It's
this is a good point. I didn't know this. Like, oh damn, that's scary, actually.
It's a little crazy.
It is.
But I guess
Renee,
like
where do
every
you?
tech, like every tech, it has its pros and cons, and we need to build the pros and somehow limit the cons.
Exactly. And people get mad at. It's just it's funny if you change the conversation. If you change AI to, I mean, an extreme example is a hammer, right? If you change AI to a hammer and a construction worker, if you get mad at if the construction worker's doing something, if they hit a hole in your wall and you're like, stupid hammer, why did that hammer put a hole in my wall? It's like, no, it was the human, it was the construction worker that swung the hammer and did something inappropriate or wrong. And that's now, if we flip back to AI, it's at least as it is. Renee, you touched on the different levels, right? General intelligence, super intelligence. Maybe that'll change, but as it stands right now, if AI does something, there's a human behind it. And that's where, I mean, regulation is so hard right now and they're trying to figure it out, but it's a tool. It doesn't, it's funny that people are funneling so much energy towards hating AI or whatever it is when it's still humans. It's humans doing the work.
Yeah.
I just think it's fascinating.
Focus on the people who are using AI in bad ways. I'm always doing that on social media because I think it's important to say out loud when I see something, when I see a negative use of AI, like I think it's really important to call those out. Not because I'm like, oh, I want to shame this person and make them feel bad and make myself feel superior, but because there are negative uses of this technology. Any sufficiently powerful technology is going to have potential negative uses. And so it's important to create a social consensus in which those are simply, unthinkable, simply wrong.
Luckily, we are still not in the, how to call it, like, do you know the movie I, Robot?
Yeah.
So I believe we're still not there, even though they made some memes and pictures about Elon's, presentation.
Yeah, those are funny. Right.
But we're close.
Well, yeah, it's getting scarily close for sure. Renee, where do you see, obviously you have AI trends, you have your Instagram following, all the work you're doing there. What's the goal? Where do you want to see yourself in, 1 year, 5 years? What are you hoping to achieve in this space?
Well, it started out just as an AI page, but at some point I decided to pivot and basically switch to a personal brand. So what I'm aiming to do here is build a personal brand around AI content marketing. So focused on AI, like content creation, like about AI or with AI. So like all about the AI guy. And another thing that I'm working on right now is also try to build a tool like by a creator for creators, as a content creator myself, full time, doing it for years. I think I know the best, like what I need and what other people may need. So I would like to build, like, we're building this one tool, but I would also like to build several tools, and we'll see like which goes like which kicks off the best for people and which works the best. And basically, this is how I can imagine like the next few years, just doing content all about AI, building tools, and well, hopefully also buy some real estate. But that's not so relevant to this. But yeah,
no, that's great.
I feel like content and SaaS are two great areas to work in if you really know how to leverage your skills, the AI and all this stuff. So if you really know how to work with it, you can really build amazing things and like grow quickly on social media or build a tool that has tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of users quickly. Several founders have this kind of stories. I've seen some podcasts with Superhuman newsletters, so they also have podcasts with the founders, like from Opus Clip, how they got 5 million users. So this all is possible. It's just you got to figure it out, and I'm working on figuring it out.
On that note, I think people are going to be shocked at how big companies can get relative to their employee base now. So, for example, we talked to a founder a couple months ago, the founder of Julius AI, and they are up to, I think it was, Jake, was it 500,000 viewers? Or excuse me, users?
Yeah, and
500,000 users
and
like
even higher now.
10 people. Like their company is made up of 10 people, which to anyone who's not familiar with how startups usually scale, that is a crazy ratio.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
I think it's same for Midjourney, right?
Yeah. Midjourney too. That's another good example. Like, yeah, they they might have a front end team now. Last I checked, they still didn't, and it was just like, like 6 dudes or something like that. Like it's
Yeah,
insane how much AI can increase the leverage of each individual person,
right.
if it's applied properly. And I think that a lot of people are still really underestimating it. Like I still see people online constantly like, "Oh, AI is useless." Like AI can't write my code. Um, Sorry guys, it can, and you may
Yeah,
as well start
probably
using it.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah, better and faster than you can.
it's
Yeah.
true. Even my developer says he's using AI to write code, even though
Hmm.
it's not
I
like it's not the best coder yet. It's still helping us some basic things. And
It's
what
good
you're
enough that it's going to increase your speed to
yeah, and what you're
launch.
saying is also my goal, like having a company. I mean, I don't have to have millions of users, but some kind of certain base of users that makes the company profitable, and
Hmm.
basically have a remote team of maximum 10 people, and working from home like this right now, and have fun, create amazing things. It's the way to
Yeah,
go for me.
and I think that's a message we've tried to get out a lot is that AI, this sounds cheesy, corny, whatever, but AI really can enable you to make your dreams come true. Like if you want to do something, AI can be your, I know Microsoft, they call it co-pilot, but it can be your co-pilot for life.
Yeah,
It can help you get where you want to go if you figure out how. And it sounds like Renee, like you, and it's always a journey. So there's always more we can do, but like you've started to figure out how. You know where you want to go, and you're getting AI integrated to help you be able to scale in a massive way. And we're seeing it more and more. We're seeing these one person corporations where they are able to do everything that you needed a team to do.
yeah.
Just like you're doing now. You and one developer, you're building this tool, you're running this page, you're doing all these different things that, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think you would have been able to do all of this without AI.
Yeah, and we still basically haven't incorporated AI agents, which are becoming increasingly popular and useful, and which allow basically people to have just several employees, and AI agents do the work, do the rest. But there was a nice thing you said. I'm gonna like tattoo this, like AI is your co-pilot for life.
Yeah.
That's a good
Serious.
one.
Yeah, you can have it.
That's a good one.
I see a comment here from Ada that says, "Tell us about AI and web development." We're getting towards the end here, but I just wanted to quickly touch on that because I am a web developer by training and by trade, so I feel well qualified. Um, AI has changed web development forever. Uh, just being honest, 5 years from now, there's not going to be web developer jobs. That sounds really pessimistic, but I really think what's going to happen is all those people who are web developers right now, we're moving into either being entrepreneurs or we're moving deeper in the stack. Because AI has made it, AI has made it so that anyone can be a backend developer as well. So those web developers potentially listening, do not fear. You have a job. It's just going to look different than it does now.
Just change.
Makes
Yeah.
Yeah.
sense. I don't know much about web development. I just know that you can create a website with these AI website builders in a few minutes. And realistically, if you
Yeah.
want to make it perfect and adjust everything to your branding colors, assets, etc., it's 1 hour or 2 hours of work. Or yeah, just use tools like Claude Cursor and stuff like that to
Mm-hmm.
roughly
Cursor is
code it.
incredible. Cursor is
Yeah.
incredible.
It's outrageous what it can do.
Yeah, and have you heard
Renee,
about
as we're
Bolt?
okay.
About what?
Bolt.new. It's also like I think of something like Cursor, and it also builds, writes code for anything that you want. I tried it. Just quick
Wow.
note there.
I'll go check it out. Yeah, I feel like I've heard the
Yeah,
name,
we'll
but I don't
definitely
think I've
check it
checked
out.
it out yet.
All right.
Um,
I'm
I'm just gonna
I'm
go and
thinking,
read a
Renee,
couple.
just as
Oh, go
yeah,
ahead, Chip.
you check out the comments and see if there's anything. And Renee,
Okay.
just as we're wrapping up, I want to be sure to just get your if if someone comes to you who's scared of AI, as we're wrapping up, what advice would you give to someone in today's world? AI is obviously growing so fast, so much. What would you tell someone that's really scared, that's nervous about where it's taking us, what could happen in the future? What would you say?
I would just say study. Like with every tech and everything that people just are scared of, it's that they don't have enough knowledge about it. I've seen it many times, like in the past, even with Bitcoin. Like people were fucking scared of it, and when they read about it, checked it out, they realized, oh, we have something new here. And when you understand something, that means then you fear less. It's all also like with like being scared of activities, like you do them and you become less scared. So I think it's the same with AI. Like scared of AI, like check it out, study what it actually is, and then they realize it's actually just the first stage of AI, and that there's nothing to be afraid of right now, and it's just tools programmed by people.
Yeah, yeah, that's
That
very
would be
good
my
advice.
notes.
That's great.
Thank you.
And then I'll answer these last couple questions here. First, Safwan, apologies if I mispronounced your name, says, what's the best website for AI? Claude.ai. ChatGPT is very good too. Claude, in my opinion, is kind of the top of the line right now, I would say. And then Ada asked, what will happen for networks and people who are working for cybersecurity? So personally, I think that with cybersecurity and networking, those are jobs that are going to be around for a while because they're so highly context dependent. Security issues are hard to diagnose. They require a lot of background knowledge and a lot of domain expertise. So if you're looking for a job that is AI proof, at least for the time being, cybersecurity is probably a good bet. Let me caveat that there are some cybersecurity tools that I know are coming out that are going to automate pieces of cybersecurity, but I haven't seen anything yet that's like, this is a one-stop shop for all things cybersecurity.
That's what I was going to say is like AI proof in the sense that it won't take your job, but I don't know if anything is AI proof in the sense of like it's going to change your job, like it can't,
100%.
nothing's impervious to its touch right
Everything
now.
in work will change. If I could define, the thesis of our podcast, everything in your life is going to change within 5 years. That sounds hyperbolic,
Exactly.
but I truly believe that. And the degree to which it changes is still up in the air, but it's going to change. Whether it's work, your personal life, whatever, it's going to look different.
Yeah, it's still in this stage where AI just enhances your work. Social media managers are not fired. They get like these tools and use them to get twice as much job done as not like you're fired. So like in every area, I think it's the same, almost in every area. The customer support stuff, it's they're fired basically.
Yeah, there's some that'll be replaced, but there'll be more different jobs available. Well, Renee, I know we're wrapping things up. Is there anything else that you wanted to touch on or share that we haven't been able to talk about before we end this?
I would just say that it's worth exploring AI and AI tools if you're working basically in anything that is like a white collar job, you're working behind a computer. I think there like for everyone there are tools that can help you be more productive. Like in the past when I was a blogger, ChatGPT came out, it was like heaven. I used to work 8 hours a day, and then because of ChatGPT, I used to suddenly work like 4 hours a day. So it's real, like you can find something that will enhance your work. You will work faster. So find it and then use the other time that you have to learn new skills or get better or, get another job to make more money. So there's like endless possibilities in anything.
I agree with that.
Love that. Totally agree. Well, I know there's been more questions in the chat, but we can do this again. This was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And for those in chat with questions unanswered, go ahead and follow our page as well, AI Rebels. We post an interview once a week where honestly, like a lot of these questions I'm seeing have been addressed in one of our podcasts or another. So highly recommend you go check us out.
All right.
Awesome.
This was awesome, guys. Thank you for
No, thank
calling
you.
me in. Live stream is just fun, and I'm happy to do it again in sometime in the future. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and well, I'll definitely be back on with some live stream.
Thank you so much, Rene.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Renee. We'll talk later.
Have a great day. See ya, everyone. Bye bye.